Welcome to At the Table, a play reading series, brought to you by Charging Moose Media. In this episode, we're chatting with the cast of The Breakup by Sara-Mae Tuson. Enjoy!
Good morning. Good morning, Ned.
Good morning, Rachel.
We are back. This is Rachel Flynn.
I'm Ned Donovan. It is 1:30 in the afternoon.
It is 1:30 in the afternoon. This is my morning now.
That's true.
My new normal is sleeping halfway through the day. Like, this beats who I was in college. But like 1, 2 in the afternoon, you know what that is? That's a successful half day of quarantine. We are At the Table, a play reading podcast. We are so excited to be back in our second of our quarantine art series, where we put up an audio drama, a short audio play.
Hashtag audio fiction.
Oh, audio fiction. This is nice.
That's what the fiction podcasts are calling themselves these days.
Oh, well, and we're nothing if not on trend.
Let's meet our people.
We are so excited to be here today, and we will talk a little bit about our play and our playwright, who you'll get to meet in a little bit. But first, let's meet our people. I'm going to go clockwise around my Zoom screen.
Shout out to Zoom.
Shout out to Zoom, sponsor of the pod.
Sponsor of the pod. Can we make that happen?
Yeah, absolutely. Call Zoom. Ladies and gentlemen, Jack Cutmore-Scott joins us today. Jack, who are you? How are you?
Hi, Rachel. I'm Jack. I'll be playing Professor and Policeman, the president in this wonderful play.
A challenging double role.
Thank you very much. I am looking forward to rising to that challenge dramatically. I live in Los Angeles, California. And I have a dog called Squid. That's about as much as I think you need to know. Yeah,
sure, of course. Yeah.
Sure. What type of dog is Squid?
She is a Labradoodle.
Oh my God. I love a Labradoodle.
She looks like a very large stuffed animal.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, absolutely. And how's LA, friend?
It's all right. It's been sunny, which is nice, but apparently we're in for some rain, which is depressing because then, you can't even go outside. And then, what are you supposed to do with your time? Not to be pessimistic about things. I'm doing very little with my time. Surviving mainly on gummy bears. Well, kind of any variation of Haribo is acceptable.
Haribo, yeah.
Yeah, I stockpiled some Haribo. I didn't get the toilet paper memo, but I did get... I'm just saying that I am probably single-handedly keeping them afloat in these...
Sure.
Yeah.
Haribo, sponsor of the pod?
Sponsor the pod, Haribo.
I can reach out and ask. I'm sure they'd be interested because, I am obviously a VIP customer.
It's a hard segue, Jack, but that's is this the snack that's getting you through the quarantine?
It is 100% the snack that's getting me through the quarantine, yeah. The only thing to really note is that if you haven't put gummy bears into the freezer...
Oh, you gotta freeze them.
Thank you very much, Shelley.
So frozen gummy bears are the thing that we should be trying?
Yeah, or frozen twin snakes. There's another Haribo variation that you can look into. I haven't...
Sour or undusted?
They're undusted, but they are sour. There's like one sour snake in the twin snakes situation.
An amalgamation.
So, yeah. So you get a bit of everything, something for everyone, and they work exceptionally well in the freezer. So I'm just saying, don't get out there because you can't. But if you happen to have any, you can probably order in. I'd imagine Grubhub or someone can deliver Haribo. I don't know. I haven't tried because I like I said, I have a stockpile. So
okay, great. Thanks for joining us, Jack. Really appreciate it. Although you will be playing a British person in the podcast, I would appreciate for the rest of the interview if you would stop using this weird fake accent. It's
sure, that's fine.
Distracting. Yeah. Okay.
Thanks, Jack.
Great. Thanks so much.
You got it.
Katrina Michaels, who are you and how are you?
Well, I'm leaning into the fake English accent too, clearly.
Okay.
But
no, yours is real.
Fair enough. Just Jack, who is the total imposter.
Yes.
So I'm an actor in New York, originally from London, England. Just kind of breathing through these kooky times we're in.
Yeah, absolutely. And are you in New York right now?
I am. I am currently in my closet, surrounded by foam,
She's got that good booth.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I got that 2 inches Oralex foam, baby.
You were prepared. You were well prepared for this VO moment.
Right? I was leading up to this. It's a nice little cozy corner as well. The view's not great. We've got a door, but that's about it.
Okay, sure. Well, things to home improvement stuff as we continue the quarantine.
Exactly.
So, Katrina, is there a food or a snack that's really getting you through these trying times?
So, I mean, usually Trader Joe's has my snack game back, but there's not one near me, and I can't justify, walking 50 blocks to go to Trader Joe's. So I've been baking up a storm. I'm a little bit of a stress baker, and I have been.
What are you stressed about?
What? I don't know. The world imploding.
So you have been stress baking. What are you baking?
So my go-to is some Nutella stuffed chocolate chip cookies with brown butter. It makes the whole apartment just smell of this nutty, buttery goodness. And then you've got the crispy outside, but then you take a bite and it's just this melt in your mouth Nutella.
I'm going to need you to ship to Brooklyn.
I can do that.
Are you having trouble getting Nutella and flour and things?
I had a huge amount because I host monthly Shakespeare readings where I cook themed foods based on the play, and I'd already stocked up to have 40 people in my apartment before Corona hit. And also I had a tremendous amount. We were doing Comedy of Errors, and since that's set in modern day Turkey, I had an absurd amount of like different spices and yogurt-based things, which I ate in like 2 days because I have no sense of moderation.
No, none. No, yeah.
None.
That's fantastic.
Shout out to Shakespeare readings. Good work.
Yeah, I've been doing every month for I wanted to reread the canon, but they shouldn't be read to myself in a room, so I thought, why not have people over? We'll play drinking game rules for the text and kind of round robin style read it on the cuff. And we did a virtual one for this month, so we're online now. No holds barred.
No holds barred, like B-A-R-D, like Shakespeare?
Yes,
No holds barred. Unbelievable.
Yep. I'm a pundit for puns.
That's fantastic. I'm so glad you're doing well. I'm so jealous we don't have more Nutella in this household. Jessica Mosher, how are you? Who are you? How are the things?
Oh, aren't they just specifically unique right now? My name's Jessica Mosher. I'm an actress based out of New York. I'm also originally not from the States. I'm from Canada originally. And I am doing just the normal, okay, average, middle of the road, just fine.
That's truly passing with flying colors, as far as I'm concerned.
Isn't it, though?
Yeah.
How our standards have shifted. How our standards have changed.
You're an actor. You were in New York when all this kicked off, or you were out?
Yes, I'm also in my closet.
Sure.
In Queens right now.
Great.
My closet does not have foam like Katrina's does. My closet has. I didn't know how many throw blankets I had until I was trying to pull them out to put in the closet, and I have a lot. So
great.
If nothing else, we've taken a throw blanket inventory, and you know what, Marie Kondo, they all bring me joy, so I'm going to keep them all.
Plus minus 10. Where do you fall?
10
on the nose.
On the nose.
Wow.
Like, who
you bet
knew?
on
Where
black
do I
and you
put them?
killed it. Yeah.
I feel that way about the Marie Kondo thing doesn't fully work for me because I feel like I have a little bit of magpie in my brain where I'm just so excited about the stuff when I'm holding it that I'm like, I have the same thing, not for throw blankets, but for any sort of sweater, typically just like big and like in that sort of neutral to gray to beige to brown. I've got so many of them. They're not cute. I don't look cute in them. They all serve the same purpose, but I have so many and I'm not getting rid of them. Why would you?
She once asked me to try and help her just make some decisions, and we got like 6 minutes in and already we were near an emotional break, and we were like, you keep all of them.
And this was before the pandemic. I'm always very close to that.
Well, to me, it's like everything has feelings, right? Everything to me is anthropomorphic. So it has to do with a lot of like children's books, I guess I read as a kid that everything had like a personality. So to me, it's like, I would never put this out into quarantine world. Like, I would not expose you to COVID, blanket. How rude.
No. Can I ask, as a slight deviation, which childhood book about anthropomorphizing your stuff fucked you up the most?
The little crooked Christmas tree.
She knew right away.
Yes.
I had a hissy fit once when I was like 7 because I wanted the shittiest Christmas tree in the lot so badly. And my parents were like, no, we're spending money on this. We're getting like one that's nice and looks good. And I was like, but this one's dead. And we're not buying this. But it has feelings.
Follow up. Have you ever seen the Toy Story movies then?
Yes, I did not see the most recent one, but I've seen all the rest of them.
I haven't been able to see them ever for that exact reason. And I was curious because I know that there is a certain type of child who just wanted the broken Christmas tree. And I'm curious what all of their relationships are with Toy Story, which I've heard is very much just about this.
Yes. Well, I did.
Yes.
Maybe it is related. I did like sleep with every stuffed animal I owned in my bed for like 12 years because I didn't want them to get cold.
Because you were from up north. Yeah.
Did you have a big problem with like favoritism?
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and then I had to rotate them so it was even.
So, yeah.
Like I had to be like, well, I'll sleep with you in my arms.
Sure. Everyone gets some
and
pillow
like
time.
I'll switch it out.
Yeah.
As if I'm like this goddess of stuffed animals. I'm like, oh, I'll deign to sleep with you tonight, Teddy.
I still have all of mine. I am a grown-ass man with upwards of 30 stuffed animals.
Can confirm for our listeners at home. We'll put a picture of them up on our website at the table.
We will.
Podcast.
I have one
I don't know
tattooed
our
on my
website.
arm. We'll put up a picture of Pink Bunny.
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Yes, we will. Well, it sounds like we're all doing really, really well emotionally. So I'm just going to move on. Shelley,
Hi.
how are you? Who are you? And how's it going?
Girl, I feel like I'm just waking up, but I'm good. I'm currently in Laguna Niguel, California, drinking my coffee. I think that's my snack of quarantine.
Yeah. Were you
I'm
a
like-
coffee at home drinker before this?
Girl, yes. And then I was on tour before all of this hit, and I got an AeroPress, so I would be like really into my ritual of, you got one too?
Oh, God, they're the best. AeroPress, sponsor of the pod.
Sponsor of the pod.
Sponsor of the
Right.
pod.
Sponsor
You
of the
guys have
pod.
so many
Sponsor of
sponsors.
my
It's
life.
really impressive.
I know. This show's really raking in the dough. We're so poor. Please help.
So, okay, so you've got your AeroPress coffee. Cheers to you. Cheers to that. Are you a 1 cup a day person, or is that expanding in this new world order?
I usually have 1 cup in the morning and then another in the afternoon. I try not to drink a cup after like 5 p.m. so that I'm not like wired through the night. But yeah, I love coffee and it brings me joy.
This is wonderful. And Shelley, you were on tour before this. Where were you on tour?
Shout out to where you were
Right.
touring.
Shout out to America.
Yeah.
Because that's where I was touring. It was a national tour of The Play That Goes Wrong. It was a magical, wonderful, lively time to just like spread joy and laughter to America. Yeah, it was really sad to end. But I'm super grateful for the opportunity. Saved a little bit of money, so I'm able to like buy groceries now and like take care of myself.
Also, Shelley, this may not end up in the podcast, but I played opposite Todd Bonapane in Atlanta last year.
Totally like peak fool.
Yeah, peak fool.
Yeah, but I love him.
I would actually love to do a shout out because Todd Bonapane is doing something called bathtub theater throughout quarantine, where every night he gets online and he sits in his bathtub and pulls back the curtain and does a famous song or monologue from the American theater. And it is really delightful to watch. And he is an extraordinary performer. So he's not doing them halfway. He is not half-assing anything.
Shout out to Bathtub Theater.
Shout out to Bathtub Theater, which we will put a link to on the website. And Ned, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I have a lot of projects to keep me busy. This is one of 3 podcasts I currently produce, and I am one of the fortunate few whose job did not go away when this all went down. I had a full-time gig, and that full-time gig is for a tech company, and tech companies can exist remote. So I'm part of the fortunate few that can keep my job and keep my salary and keep doing what I'm doing. In some ways, I had about 10 to 15 hours of commuting a week before that I don't have anymore, that I very unhealthily just reinvest into producing weird art. So here we go.
It's cool to be able to identify the problem.
Pretty much every girlfriend I've ever had would probably identify that as the problem.
We'll actually have a link to all of the girlfriends
yes, you can
up on the website.
They're also sponsoring the pod.
Sponsors of the pod. Ned's ex-girlfriend.
Minority stakeholders in the pod.
And, both my parents, God rest them, used to yell at me for producing too many things. So, it's just one of those, it's who I am, it's what I do. And unfortunately, quarantines make it way easier when you make audio art.
Sure. What's something that is bringing you joy in general, or
Lego Masters on Fox. Lego Masters on Fox is wonderful. It is teams of 2 who basically get between 8 and 15 hours to build these massive Lego structures in a reality TV show competition hosted by Will Arnett, who is a joy. And it is absolutely a delightful piece of reality television. Lego Masters on Fox, sponsor of the pod.
That's fantastic.
The other thing is I'm baking a lot of bread. Though I did not stock up for 40 people, so I have recently run out of flour, so now I need to find
Did you run out of yeast? Because my girl has like some kind of sourdough, I don't know, whatever. I can mail it to you.
Your girl has a sourdough starter? Is your girl in Brooklyn?
But no, she's in LA, but
we'll make it happen. I need it. Great.
Okay, so you give me your address.
We'll make it happen, Shelley. Shelley Fort, sponsor the pod.
I like the idea that this podcast is actually
I have no money. I can't sponsor you guys.
That's okay. Historically, the sponsors haven't done anything except for us making jokes about them.
We have affectionately said that Dunkin' Donuts has been sponsoring us for 2.5 years. They just don't know it yet.
Well, that's how all of you are. I'm so glad. If you have any questions about what any of these folks are up to, or would like links to Haribo or Nutella or yeast, feel free to check them out on our website. And friends, let's read a play.
Well, Rachel, what's your snack of choice?
I had one good moment of grocery shopping right before we went into our apartment and didn't leave again. And I bought 2 big canisters of grits. And I have been doing a little half cup of grits, which becomes like 2 cups of grits, and a lot of cheese and butter. If there's an opportunity to put a lot of cheese in a food, I'm not going to opt out.
Don't waste that opportunity. Yeah. Seize the day.
Yes, thank you, Jess. It's so validating of my choices.
Mostly Rachel and I have revived this podcast to just receive weekly validation from good people, and it's working out thus far.
It truly, truly is. Okay, let's read a play, friends.
You've been listening to At the Table, a play reading series, produced by Charging Moose Media. Our artistic director and senior producer is Rachel Flynn, editor is Ned Donovan, associate producer is Megan Bagala, music by Marcus Thorne Bagala. Thanks to our cast, Jack Cutmore-Scott, Katrina Michaels, Shelley Fort, and Jessica Mosher.